laws, but when we talk about robots, we always talk about this robotics laws that was given by a fictional scientist, a fictional author basically, whose name was Isaac Asimov. Okay, so Isaac Asimov, he gave three principles to guide the behavior of robots and smart machines. Okay, and there were these three laws. First law was robot must never harm the humans. Okay, robot must follow the instructions from humans without violating rule 1. That means if you are asking a robot to do something, it must follow your instructions, but those instructions should not be given in such a way that it should harm any human beings. Third, robot must protect themselves without violating the other rules. So that means even if your robot is following your instructions and it is not harming the human being, in spite of doing both of these, it should not be like that robot should, get itself hurt or get itself damaged. No, it must be capable of doing self protection also. So that's why it must protect themselves without violating, but in the self defense, it should not harm any human being. So these were the three laws that Asimov gives. But nowadays, most of the robots, they are not following these laws. But still, when we talk about robotics, as per the concepts, we talk about these three laws of robotics that are given by Isaac Asimov, who was a science fictional author. Okay. So in earlier days, when we used to have robots, they used to follow these three laws. Now, what are the characteristics of a robot? So there are basic these 5 characteristics that a robot must possess. First one is mobility. That means there must be some form of movement. Okay. In your robot, there must be some form of movement. So if your robot is having some sort of movement, then we can say that it's having mobility from one place to another. Or it can be even mobility at one place also. If you have a rotation, or if you are having some sort of angular movement in your some sort of components of your robot or parts of your robot, then that is also will be taken into consideration. Then we have programmability. That means robot should be programmable. And with the programs, it must be able to accomplish a large variety of tasks. So with the program, you can actually define that what task your robot have to do. And after program, it operates automatically. You don't have to do anything. So that's why the reason of programming is what makes a robot multitasking also. Okay. Then comes sensors. So robot should be having sensor that should make them capable to sense the environment and give useful feedback to the device. So there should be different types of sensors based upon the type of robot. Like if it is a spy robot, there should be camera. If you are trying to listen something with the robot, there should be a microphone. Okay, there should be a sound sensor, temperature sensor. Maybe if you are using some other thing, then you should have that same type of sensor. Okay, so sensor is the another important characteristics that a robot should possess, so that based upon the environment it can give the useful feedback to the device. Then the next one is mechanical capability. That means your robot must be enabled to act to its environment rather than merely functioning as a computational device. That means based upon the environment it must be capable of taking the action. So you can say it should be adaptive. And then the last one is flexibility. That means it can operate using a range of programs and manipulate in a variety of ways. So these are the five characteristics. If a machine is having five characteristics, then you can say that that machine can be called as a robot. Okay, let's move ahead now to different types of robots. So we have many different types of robots. Some of them are mentioned on the screen, like mobile robots. Then you have robotic arms, autonomous robots, then soft robots, and then mimicking robots. So these are some of the different types of robots. I'll give you a minute to read the description of all of them to understand a quick description. Like if you have mobile robots, those robots can move freely in the environment. Okay, like your outdoor robots, your indoor robots we use for floor cleaning. Okay, or we use it at some sort of doing a repetitive task. So those are called mobile robots. Then you have robotic arms. So like KUKA robots, which we use in manufacturing. Okay, they are used in manufacturing plants. So they are called robotic arms, and they are very fast and autonomous robot, and they have agile and precise hand efforts, and they are basically used in the construction. So that's why they have given an example of car manufacturing plant. Then we have autonomous robots. Autonomous robots means where we are combining different types of controllers that require a sensor, so that with the help of sensor they can take action and respond accordingly. That's why they are called autonomous robots. Like we are nowadays trying to have autonomous cars where we don't have any drivers. It should be an automated. So that's one of the example of autonomous. Then we have soft robots. Soft robots are those robots that use in computing approaches. Basically, they are used in computing approaches like in fuzzy logic and neural networks, or in some sort of data science codings or something like that. So they are not having any hardware, they don't have any hardware description. They are completely onto software, like bots, you can say. Okay, and they are used for the computing approaches. Then one more they have given here is making a robot. So robot that learns by mimicking your gestures or your voice, they are called mimicking robots, like mimicking your facial gestures or your voice recognition. So these are some of the types. Okay. Now let's talk about the mechanism of robot, how the robot works. So initially you will be having a sensor. Yes, there are more types of robots. The list is very long. I have just taken some of them. So in mechanism, what happens initially, you have sensors. Then the sensors will take input from the environment based upon the change. Like if you have a sound sensor, and if it is detecting any change in the frequency in the environment or some sort of changes, then that will send a signal to your controller. Okay, or maybe if you are having a temperature sensor and if there is a change in the temperature in the environment, it will send a signal to the controller. On controller, what you will do, you will do your coding, you will do your programming, where you will start giving inputs to your machine that what action should be taken if there is a input from your sensor. Okay, so that is what is called controller. And then finally you have your actuators. So actuators are basically the one who will take the action. Okay, they are the one who will take the action. So you can have an LED, you can have a motor, you can have this LCD screen, you can have anything. So that will give you the idea that basically how your machines will respond. Okay, so they are called actuators. So this is the overall mechanism of a robot. All of you can pen it down. Okay, and now I will be open to the questions. If you have any, let's take it in the chat box. Please keep your questions only limited to what we have done. Today we will be having the session for 1 hour. Sensors are the input device basically. So Humanoid is a type of robot. That is called a type of robot, humanoid robot. So one of them is another one that's called humanoid robot. So we program robots using some programming languages. Like here we will be using C, embedded C. Okay, we will be using controller as an Arduino. Yes, I'll show my slide once again to those who wants to cross verify it. So we start with the history. First, we talk about robots. Okay, I'm stopping the chat. Let me read the questions first of till now, and then I'll come back. Till then, you can go to the slides those you want. So let me go through the questions what you guys have given so that I can read all the questions. I received more than 300, 400 questions. So give me a minute. Let me scroll up. Okay, here we go. As I said, I will be answering to those questions which are from the topic that we have been discussing related to that. Okay, so I can also see on YouTube we have many students, those who are creating nonsense and are creating disturbance among other students also by doing some irrelevant messages into the chat of YouTube. I request all the students to please maintain the decorum of this. Okay, so we have three laws. So first question which we have asked, actuators, that means the one where you see the output. Okay. Then controllers are the basic things where you write a program. The workshop will go today till 4 p.m. and as per the schedule, you have 7 days for this boot camp. So from today, if you count, it will go up to 21st of July. Okay, so I think we are good with the questions now then. Now let's move ahead and start with the practical that we are going to follow. So guys, we are not going to install any software or anything. No. Okay. There is nothing to install. We're directly going to do it on live simulation. So I'm going to start sharing my screen and request all of you to do the same and open the same website and follow the instructions, everyone, please. So go to your browser and just write here Tinkercad, Tinkercad, Tinkercad. Tinkercad. Open the first one, tinkercad.com. Open the first website, tinkercad.com. I'm sharing the URL. So mine is logged in. Let me log out and then share you. So this is how you will see tinkercad.com. I'm sharing the URL in the chat box with everyone. So all of you go to this website first. Please follow my instructions, everyone. After this, go to join now. All of you, please go to join now. This is a free boot camp. For those who are asking, it is a paid, it's a free boot camp. When you go to join now, please click on create a personal account. Do not go as a student or educators. Please go as a personal account, create a personal account. All of you, please follow the instructions. Go to create a personal account. When you click on create a personal account, we'll ask you to sign in with Google or Apple. Please use sign in with Google. Please use sign in with Google option. Okay, use sign in with Google. After creating an option, create a personal account, click on sign in with Google. Ayan Agrawal. Ayan Agrawal on YouTube, I can see many students have answered that this is not a paid, it's a free boot camp. Still, you are posting the same question. So it will ask you for Google account. Please select your Google account from which you want to log in. Okay, so let's say I'm using my one of the Google accounts. Yes, we have to sign in by Google. If you don't have a Google account, you can use your parents' Google account or uh, your elder brother and sister, anyone. Okay, so anyone can be used. And when you go with that, it might ask you for the password. For me, since I have already been signed in, just click on continue, and it will redirect you to the page from where you can now create your designs. So this is the website that we'll be using for our entire training. Okay. If you already have an account, you can click on your account and log in with your account. No, we will be using Google account only. Okay. So this website will be used throughout our camp for creating the designs and learning. Now let's do a small testing. First, go to circuits here, everyone. Go to circuits. And in circuit, go to create a new circuit. Click on create new circuit. Now in new circuit, what we will do is we will be doing a small testing just to understand how to use this simulation software. Okay, so we'll place some components and do a small testing. So first of all, let's use an LED, or let's use a bulb, not an LED. So you can type here in search box light bulb or simply bulb and place a bulb on your screen. Then you can search for battery, and then you can take a 9-volt battery if you want, just for testing. Then here you have negative and positive. In this, you don't have any negative positive. So you can connect anyone to anyone, stick the wires and connect it. And then click on start simulation. Your bulb should glow. Click on start simulation, your bulb should glow. All of you complete it till here and then confirm in the chat box. The chat box is enabled on the Zoom as well. So I can see many students on YouTube, they are posting irrelevant messages. I'll ask the team to disable the chat box for YouTube from tomorrow. I'll ask the team to disable the chat on YouTube from tomorrow, because the participants here, most of them are uh, spamming and they are impersonating some other username. So that's not good. I'll ask the team to stop the chat box of YouTube from tomorrow. Thank you. Others on Zoom, please go ahead and start completing this circuit and then confirm in the chat box. Simply go to your search box, type their bulb, and then type a 9-volt battery and then just connect it. And then click on start simulation. You have to click on start simulation. You have to click on start simulation. Then only your battery will glow. Very good. Those who have done well and good. Those who have not done, please complete it. Those who have done, yes, I can see your message on the chat box. Very good. Please let other also finish. We have around 550 participants currently into this meeting. So that's why I need to go slow. We have students from class 5, class 6. So they need to go slowly. So those who are here, those who can't have patience, I request them to please either leave this meeting so that you can do something more worthy for you. Okay. If you can't have patience, you are requested to leave this meeting. Especially I can see most of these students on YouTube chat. They are creating a lot of messages which are disturbing the entire chat box to read. Go to the chat, go to the search and type there bulb. Wire, you don't need to find wire RN. Just go to the terminal, click, and you will get the wire. I'll repeat this again. I'll repeat the entire process once again so that you can see how I got the components. So first you go to this search box, right hand side, type what component you use. So I need first a bulb. So type bulb bulb, you will get a light bulb, select it, come here and then click it. Now you've got two terminal 1, terminal 2. So to take the wire, don't need to search for the wire. You can simply go when you get the terminal, left click, hold and start dragging the wire. This is how you will get the wire. Now from here you want to turn, leave the mouse and then start turning. Again, click and hold. This is how you turn it. Okay. Now to connect the bulb, I need a battery. So I'll again go here and type simply battery. I've got many types of battery here. I can use any one of them. Okay, like I'll go with 9-volt battery initially. Now see, this battery is having a negative and a positive. So for a bulb, we can connect anyone to anyone. So I'll take my positive wire. I'll just click, start dragging. I want to turn it from here. So click again, connect here. Then again, take a wire, click, drag, click, turn, and click again to leave. This is how it will be connected. And then click on start simulation. Until you don't click on this, you won't see the output. So your battery will not give the current. So the moment you click on start simulation, you start getting the current and your bulb starts to flow. Yes, you can do it with 3-volt battery also. In that case, you will have to just do it on either side. That's also, you can use any battery you can want. Yes, yes. All of you complete it. This is the last topic for the day. And once you start the simulation, everything looks good. We will keep on advancing it. Tomorrow, I will show you how you can create this connection using LEDs and then switches. And then we will use an Arduino. We will do the program. We'll do some projects. This is how you will go step by step. Also, this session is being recorded. So the recording will be shared in your Telegram group. So those who can't understand and how to do this, you can watch the recording after the session once the link will be shared, and that you can practice also. Please contact Tech Radiance team if you cannot join their Telegram group. Sayed, this is not something which you're asking. We are learning robotics here, uh, learning about circuits and all those things. So that's all for today, guys. Those who have done, they can leave. Those who have doubts, I'm available for 5 more minutes. You can ask me. See, the moment you stop simulating, automatically your work is saved. You don't need to save it separately. Okay. To delete, you can just select the component. Like for example, if I want to delete this, first I will stop simulation. This is important. Without stopping the simulation, you can't do any changes. And I want to delete this component, select, and then you have a delete button here. So you can delete it from here. Delete a wire, select the wire, and then delete. So it can be done in the similar way to any component. Select the wire, delete. Select the component, delete. So that can be done. So once you have created, it is automatically saved. You don't have to save it separately. It's automatically saved. Yes, those who have done, you can leave. Thank you for today. See you tomorrow, same time. Those who already know Arduino and you think that you are familiar with the topic, please don't join the meeting from tomorrow. Thank you so much. We only need participants, those who want to learn and those who are eager to learn something new. So it's an humble request for the participants, those who are familiar already with the topic that we are doing, please don't join the meeting from tomorrow. Especially I can see many participants on YouTube, those who are creating a lot of nuisance messages. I request them not to join from tomorrow and waste your time. Okay. You can try any experiment on this today, and you can create your own circuits. Now you have got the platform, you know how to use it, you know from where to find the components, how to create circuits. So go ahead, keep experimenting, and we'll see tomorrow with the new topic. So again, I repeat, those who want to learn and are eager to learn, please join the meeting tomorrow. Those who don't want to learn and if you think you already are familiar with these topics, then you can stop that, because I can see many students are here, those who want to learn. Okay. So this bootcamp is only for those who are interested in learning. So I will request all the participants to please join from tomorrow if you're interested in learning. If not, then you can leave this and do some other thing which can be useful and helpful for you. Okay, guys. So thank you for today. We'll see you tomorrow, guys, with your doubts. I can see you have doubts, Dakshita, Ayushi, Astha, Bhavna, Shruti, okay, Akshat. Then I can see you all have doubt. I understand, but we'll see the doubts tomorrow. First, watch the video today. Okay, watch the video when you get the video on Telegram. Try to do it again yourself if you have any problem. And then when we will connect tomorrow, then you can ask me your doubts. Okay. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone. Stay safe. Take care. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.